Alright, let's go ahead and move on here and speak with Zatekwa again to take on the next quest entitled Broken Record. Zatekwa has crossed one name off his list, but there are more clients to see. Let's get back to it then. I should warn you, the next client I had in mind may be something of a hassle. He ran off in the middle of the night and I haven't seen hide nor hair of him since. Uh-oh. Luckily for us, I heard from an acquaintance of mine that someone fitting his description was seeking and lurking around the Dawntrail Skygate. We're looking for a minstrel by the name of Zemeshpe. He had sorrow with black hair about the same age as me and surprisingly shy. I'll meet you there. Alright. Yeah, I was talking about my thought being just fine, holding up, but now it's all of a sudden it's starting to go really south here. Yeah, having to drive my chocobo while also drinking the rest of my tea here. Plus also resorting to the backup of the ice water. Anyway, here's the Hatsaro. Zemeshpe? Sorry, the name doesn't ring any bells. That said, I think I saw a young Hatsaro head over to the other side of the trailhead. Poor boy looked upset about something. This is not the man you're looking for, but you seem to be hot on their trail. Perhaps you'll better luck searching on the other side of the trailhead as he suggests. Yeah, right for the first guy I noticed, then yeah, that guy did not have black hair. This one does though. Who are you? Don't worry. Yeah, let me explain who I am. Yes, I'm Zemeshpe, but what do you want with me? To introduce you to an old acquaintance. You found him. Nice work, Mathia. Zatekwa, what are you doing here? Looking for you. Word around town was you were in a hurry to leave to Dawntrail, but I'm afraid I can't let you leave just yet. Yeah, and you know why. He may not look it, but Zemeshpe is quite the popular minstrel in Husatawi. Or at least he was. It feels like an age since last he wrote a song, and he can only make so much singing the same old tune day in and day out. Zemeshpe came to me for help and I gladly offered him a loan. It should have been enough to help him get by until inspiration struck. Yeah, except... yeah, look how scared he is. But it hasn't! And with no money to pay you back, I panicked! Maybe if I sold my instruments, those instruments are your livelihood. I could never ask you to do such a thing! So what do we do? Oh, ice water. Save me, please. Here, give me your hand. Give me your hand. I thought I had started a cough lozenge in here, but I think I may have used them all up. So what did he give him? This is... but I've yet to return what I already owe! What you need is to meet new people, see new places, experience more of the world than just Husatawi. A minstrel's inspiration doesn't just come from thin air, right? You're not wrong. All I could think about was how my songs weren't good enough anymore. Everyone was disappointed in me. My heart was so full of fear and anxiety, I guess there was no room left for music. Yeah, so take that money, go to Dawntrail, and for the next month, I want you to travel. See everything there is to see, find your muse, and bring back the Zemeshpe we all know and love. Yeah, he just added more onto his debt. Thanks, Zatekwa. I won't let this skill go to waste, I swear it. Yeah, that's one way to help a man. Suffice to say, that was very unexpected. Yeah, a bit of a shocker there. The tech one. So what do you think? A job well done, wouldn't you say? A bit surprising. Isn't it risky loaning to people who run off like that? Or I'll admit that was quite generous of you. Yeah, that is a bit of a shocker. What did you expect me to do? I'm not a monster. Besides, I see this as more of an investment for the future. There's still one last client left on my list. One more opportunity for you to learn about my work. Very well then, so we'll take our 398,000 experience points and 742 gil. Alright, let's go ahead and speak with Satekwa again to take on our next quest entitled Back on Stage. Satekwa's next client is an unexpected addition to the list. Ready? Good. We're off to see a young dancer by the name of Talmezi. She's pretty famous in Kusatawi with fans all across Shaolani. It was a real shame when she had to quit on account of being so sick. The medicine she needed was expensive to say the least, but I footed the bill. She reached out to me not long ago with the good news that she's not only fully recovered, but looking to start dancing again. There's going to be a comeback performance soon, but she asked me to stop by to discuss something beforehand. Can't imagine what though. There's still plenty of time before she needs to make her first payment. In any case, let's go and pay her a visit. And let's be back to Kusatawi. Okay, let's go. Yeah, it's still as dusty as ever around here. Yeah, let's find our lovely lady dancer, who's right over here. Yeah, and just happened to be sporting the iconic dancer outfit that has become so famous, the Thavnarian dancer outfit. Satekwa, it's so good to see you, and you brought a friend. Well, let me get right to the point. I want you to help me promote my upcoming show, and I want you to do it with dancing. Dancing? You can't be serious. Yeah, as we get a close-up of her. A far more exciting alternative to staying idle passing around flyers, surely. And I've seen how well you can dance after you've had a few drinks at the saloon. Oh. All the proceeds will go towards repaying my debt to you with interest. So the more people there are in attendance, the sooner you can be repaid in full. And your friend here, he's not from Thrall, is he? I've no doubt he knows a step or two that'll draw the eyes of passers-by. So, what do you say? Well, friend, I hope you're wearing your dancing shoes. You must go and dance for the good folks of Kusatawi. Let's go and garner what interest we can in the show, and meet here afterward. Very well. Time to put on a show for these three people. And one of them is conveniently close by. Yeah, likely right within the saloon itself. Maybe upstairs. Yes, right here. A Tunnel Watson worker. So, yeah, let's go ahead and put up my dance emote. Which, for those of you who have never seen a Mambi Kote dancing, here's how it looks like. Yeah, my dance is very flamboyant. That's some mighty fine footwork you got there. Reminds me of Talmezi. Well, not only that. A comeback show? Really? No time for drinking then. We best get ready for the show. Alright. Time to jump out the balcony again, but only after. Yeah, another sightseeing log completed. As we hid behind the blanket there. Yeah, we have a content Palu Palu who's made his way from the south, coming up to the north. Yeah, how content does my dancing make him? Goodness, what did I do to deserve this performance? Well, here's what you need to know about it. The comeback performance of a famed dancer? I've never seen one of these shows before, but it would make for a wonderful story to share when I return home. I'll have to stop by and see it. And then, one more. Gotta double back, as it were. Cut through town. Try and avoid the yawns. So the last person is a reposing officer. As in a repossessing officer? Well, whatever the case may be. Let's dance with the guy. A dancer, eh? Not sure what we did to deserve this entertainment, but thank you. Well, this dancing's not for me. Oh, I see. I heard she retired after falling ill, but you say she's back and playing a performance? Well, we'll certainly not want to miss it. So yeah, come on you two, let's go. Alright, let's reunite with Satekwa. Yeah, there's someone else I can play triple triad with eventually. So yeah, nighttime is descended here, which means it'll be perfect time for our little dancer to do her thing. Meanwhile, Satekwa, are you alright? Yeah, she's drawn quite a crowd. Even after all this time, her fans adore her. So it was worth it, right? I may have gotten a little carried away with my dancing, but people seem to enjoy it, which hopefully means more people are attending the show. And that's good for you, right? Oh, meanwhile, what do we spot? Seeing as we had time before the end of her show, now might be a good time to tell you more about how I started this business. Yeah, please do. I said my grandpa found himself in a tight corner once because of Gil. That was a long time ago, before selling our land, before I was even born. And so, even when Husatawe was little more than a sparse collection of shops, it still saw its fair share of tradesmen passing through. My father and grandpa made their living catching and selling game to them for pell. Then one day, while trying to sell more game, a merchant told them that Gil would soon become the currency of choice in Shaolani. That they'd be better off in exchanging all their pell for Gil while there was still time. Unable to see through the lies, they played into the scheme, trading away all their hard-earned pell at horrible rates. With only a paltry sum of Gil left to their names, they were at a loss. Then, they met the woman who would eventually be my mother. She was deeply moved by their plight, and so she lent them the money she had been saving to start a new life in Tuliolol. You can't put a price on such an act of selflessness, which is why, when they learned what the savings were for, they opened their home to her until they could repay their debt. The three of them began a new life together. Years passed, and by the time the debt had been repaid, my parents had already fallen in love. Which brings us to now. It's the story my mother told me often as a child before bed, before they passed away. If not for my mother's kindness, I wouldn't be here, and all I've ever wanted was to follow in her footsteps. That's why I sold our land and started my business. I think your grandfather would understand if you told him, or your mother would be proud. Yeah, if you can't convince your grandfather, at least you can take satisfaction in that, right? Don't you go waxing old sentimental on me now. Maybe I've said too much. And so... well, I imagine it won't be much longer before Talmesi is finished. Indeed, so... we'll go ahead and take our 398,000 experience points, 829 gil, and 2 servings of spaghetti al olio e peperoncino. Alright, let's go ahead and wrap this up with Zetequa now, and take on the final quest for this chain entitled A Family's Worth. Zetequa has shown you all he can of his work as a moneylender. Seems it'll be a while longer, so you don't have to wait here with me for Talmesi. Besides, isn't it about time you returned to speak with my grandfather? I think by now you've seen all there is to see of my work. I'm fairly sure I saw him over near the saloon, so go ahead and give him your honest thoughts about my work. Very well. Let's go ahead and reunite for once away. Alright, sir, we're back. You're back? Tell me true, traveler, what sort of trouble has my grandson been up to? None at all. It's the people he's associating with that are causing the trouble. Dealing in loans? And swindling people out of their pay, I'm sure. Gods, I thought we raised him better than that. No, you have it all wrong. He's helping people, or he just wants to carry on his parents' legacy or say nothing, but no. You got it all wrong, sir. To the gentlest souls I've ever known, and you say he means to follow in their footsteps? That's right. You said he's over at the dance hall, right? I've made up my mind. I need to see what's become of my grandson with my own eyes. I need to know he's alright. It should be fine if I observe from a distance. Of course, these old bones don't move as fast as they used to. You go on ahead, I'll be right behind you. Alright. As we make our way back over, yes, we'll just chill out here for a while. Oh. So, as we wait, hello. Oh, there she is. The show was a huge success, thanks in no small part to your help. Here, as promised. There you are. This is far more than what we agreed on. I can't accept this. Oh, don't be silly. I only wish that I had more to offer. More? Yeah, explain yourself. I never could have hoped to afford that medicine from Tuliolal, and I hadn't made peace with the consequences of that, grim though that may sound. But you wouldn't hear it. You loaned me the money I need for treatment, and here I am, taking the stage again. A dream come true in every sense of the word. You've given me a second chance at life, and for that I'll be forever grateful. Yeah, look how happy she is. And what say you to this, sir? I think I've seen enough. Oh, yeah, you're just gonna confront him right now? Yeah, hello there. Grandpa, what are you doing here? Yeah, let's look around. I wish to see what an upstanding individual my grandson's become, and thanks to the two of you, my heart is at ease. So we succeeded. I carried so much resentment for those moneylenders. I assumed the worst when I heard about your job. I was blinded to the good you could do and the people you could help. Like your mother helped me and your father once upon a time. You reach out a hand to those who find themselves on the brink of ruin, and with the greatest care, you pull them back. Indeed he does. I suppose I do. But I'm sorry I didn't talk to you sooner. I was convinced you'd be cross with me and I didn't know how to broach the topic without upsetting you. I was so considerate. This town could stand to see a little more of that. I'd like to hear more about your job, if that's alright. After you finish work for the day, of course. Yeah, I think he's already done.
Well, our business here is finished, so don't let me keep you. Go and put that extra gear I gave you to good use at the saloon.
Now you're determined to see me keep it, aren't you? Well, I suppose Grandpa and I have a lot of catching up to do. Indeed they do. You go on ahead to the saloon. I need to speak with Matthias for just a moment. Yeah, glad we could alleviate your concerns, sir. And Tom Messi, even though I never got to see you dance myself, maybe one day I'll get that opportunity. So let's go ahead and speak with Sitekwa again to complete this chain quest. Thank you again for all your help. I was little more than a little shocked to see you here with Grandpa, but I'm glad we were finally able to talk. I owe you a great debt, Matthias, and I'll do my damnedest to try and repay it someday. If you ever find yourself having trouble with coin, I hope you'll think to call on me. Well, thankfully I'm never in that situation myself. At least not yet. So we'll take our 398,000 experience points and another 829 gil. So that's our time with Sitekwa comes to an end. And our time together comes to an end, because, yeah, we've completed the Aether Current quests that are available for the time being. We know that one more is still out there, but tomorrow night I will rejoin you, because the main focus is on this quest right here. Because this quest, this is going to be the big one. If you thought the coronation of Wuklamot as Dawn Servant was going to be a big deal, you haven't seen anything yet. And so tomorrow, I'll hopefully be able to show that all off for you, and you'll get to see exactly how this game is going to change. So, with that, I'd like to thank everyone for watching the continuation of Let's Play Final Fantasy XIV Endwalker live here on Twitch. And I said Endwalker again because I'm so content and convinced that this is still Endwalker. Anyway, this is Dawntrail, and I'll see you guys again tomorrow. So, thanks everyone for watching, and until next time everyone, may you ever walk in the light of the crystal.